racing on a Hornet, that's gotta be uncomfortable. Doesn't really have a whole lot to do with what we're playing tonight, but, you know, it suffered basically the same fate, so I guess it fits. Good evening, folks. Welcome to the Game Preserve. My name is Jacob Newman. I'm the warden in these parts, and tonight we are playing Banjo-Pilot. A lot of people are probably wondering what the hell that is. That was definitely Steffi's reaction to it when I told her about that game. But yeah, Banjo-Pilot. This is the 4th game in the Banjo-Kazooie series, I think, and is also the first spin-off title in the series, you know, one that isn't a platformer. How this game came about was, it was intended to be a sequel to Diddy Kong Racing for the Game Boy Advance. It was going to be called Diddy Kong Pilot. However, as a lot of you guys probably know, in the early 2000s, Rareware was purchased outright by Microsoft, and thus they parted ways with Nintendo, and suddenly they couldn't use Diddy Kong, because Nintendo technically owned Diddy Kong Racing, I think. Not wanting to scrap everything they had because, you know, they had done a tremendous amount of work on Diddy Kong Pilot, they decided to salvage what they had and turn it into a Banjo-Kazooie game, and thus Banjo-Kazooie, Diddy Kong Pilot would become Banjo-Pilot. It would release in 2004 and would leave absolutely no impact at retail. I would be surprised if anyone even knew this was a thing at the time, because I couldn't find any commercials for this or trailers or anything, just gameplay footages. In fact, my showcase tonight was, in essence, one of the first things that came up when I did a YouTube search for it. This has got to be the most obscure game that I have ever played for the showcase. And it's weird that stars such a beloved character like Banjo. But I've talked enough about this. Let's go ahead and get this started. That's how I'm going to be playing this game. I really have no choice but to use an emulator for this one. I don't have a way to, you know, capture footage off a Game Boy Advance yet. I did get a physical copy of this game to actually play it on hardware, but for the sake of the showcase, we're going to have to emulate it. So yeah, we're cheating a bit there. Go ahead, load the ROM. Yeah, looks like we got Star Song and MLG Panda in the house tonight. Thanks for joining me, guys. Good to see ya. Decent enough title screen, I would say. Not a big fan of the title Banjo-Pilot, but no, it could have been worse. And pretty good rendition of the Banjo-Kazooie theme, too, I must say. Okay, let's go ahead and race. Gonna start with Banjo. I gotta tell you guys, these pre-rendered bat sprites look a lot better on hardware than they do on the emulator. Like, they're so fuzzy here. I don't know if I'd call myself a novice pilot. I played plenty of airborne flight combat games. Thanks, Bottles. Wow, this looks exciting. Alright, so the first thing we're going to talk about are the controls, and to be honest, it's not that bad. I mean, you're, in essence, controlling what should be a 3D game with a D-pad, but it's easy enough to control your player. If you hold the R button, you can turn tighter, and you can do a barrel roll by hitting the L button, though I'm not sure what purpose that serves. Also use items by hitting the B button. Ah, I'm getting my butt kicked so far. Alright, there's the finish line. Wait. MLG Panda, am I reading this right? The graphics are a huge improvement over the N64 game? I don't know how I feel about that, but yeah, it is very weird playing the game in a 2D game in 3D. Steffi is asking if I think it's the same announcer from Diddy Kong Racing. Let's listen a little closer here. I don't know if it is the same announcer, Steffi, but it certainly sounds like it, doesn't it? When you get a boost, it actually is a pretty good sense of speed, so I will give it that. But the main problem I have with Banjo-Pilot is really, well, it's just kind of dull, all things considered. You know, in Diddy Kong Racing, being able to fly around in the plane, that was really cool. And, you know, it took advantage of the 3D in a really interesting way. But it was also supported by some really good level design, like Hot Top Volcano and what have you. But this, you're just flying over flat tracks. And what's weird about it, too, is if you fly off track, you still lose speed. So it doesn't really feel like you're flying most of the time, just kind of hovering. Not really having a hard time staying ahead of everyone either. No! Steffi's saying they threw a Simon Says at me. I think it's supposed to be the UFO from Banjo-Tooie, actually. As for what Lois is saying, why fly if you gotta stay on the track? I guess so you can't cheat. Not really, because honestly, Banjo-Pilot is a very easy game. Lois, she's asking, is winning as rewarding as it seems? I remember when I first started the YouTube channel, I did Banjo-Kazooie because the snow level in that game had a slight Christmas theme to it. Just kind of why... Well, that's not why I'm playing this tonight. Tonight I'm playing Banjo-Pilot, but next week I'm going to be playing Banjo-Kazooie Grunty's Revenge. The attempt at a banjo game on the Game Boy Advance. Like, you get 3 eggs, it's pretty easy to stay ahead of everyone, because you can suddenly negate a lot of the items. Look how far ahead I am! Look at that! Yeah, they still caught up, though. Out of my way, Mumbo. Only second place this time. Lois is talking about the background. It's actually a great big snowman, Lois. And yes, there are difficulty settings in this game, Steffi, but you have to unlock them. It's not like in Mario Kart where you have all of them from the get-go. I didn't win that race, but I'm still ahead on points. Hailfire Peaks. It would be cool if this level went back and forth between ice and lava, but it's really just the lava. And Steffi was saying the boost at the start seems super broken. Yes, Steffi. Yes, it is. Also doesn't help that sometimes, because that speed boost, you can't make a tight turn at the start. So it just feels kind of sloppy. No problem. My intention isn't really to sell anyone on this game, Steffi. Believe me, I can name 5 kart racers off the top of my head that I would recommend over this. She's saying I'm not really selling her on the game. I'm selling someone on the game, though, because I got 4 comments. You know, that's not a bad idea, Lois. Lois is saying I should do preserve or trash. I'm actually going to use that, Lois. That's a great idea. Oh, we got a boss fight here. This should be interesting. we gonna do a dogfight? Gongala! Wow. I guess we had to get to the end of this line, then we switch places. Honestly, though, it's very easy to avoid incoming fire. Yeah! It's a good thing you can fly, bird! Lois says she's going to trademark the title. Yeah, as far as I know, Steffi, it's just racing. I mean, I looked on Wikipedia, it doesn't seem like there's any kind of plot. What else do we have here as far as options go? We got quick ways, time trial, trophies, Jiggy Challenge. Let's see what Jiggy Challenge is. Second thought, let's just keep going with the Grand Prix. Try Kazooie this time. Lois is asking if this was for a quick buck. Yes. So, if this was an actual 3D game, I have a feeling they would just have Kazooie flying on her own. Because let's be real, she doesn't... Wait, did I pick Honeycup again? That's my bad, guys. I didn't want to pick Banjo. Looks like we have a new viewer tonight. Trains are cool, yeah? Wait, does this game have multiplayer? It does have multiplayer, however, I cannot comment on the quality of it as of now. Primarily because who the hell is going to play Banjo-Pilot with me? You'd have to get someone with a Game Boy, a link cable, and another copy of this game. Good luck with that. I did like the music in this level. Ah! Ah. Not a lot of skill or variety with the items either. Either home in, or you just drop them behind you. Not a tremendous amount of skill to it. This is just really making me want to play a game of Mario Kart. Oh, you guys are doing it separate this time. Why trains are cool, yeah? What's up with that, Steffi? Clanker's River. I see Clanker there in the background, but this doesn't seem like a place where you'd find him. In the first Banjo-Kazooie game, Clanker was in a frickin' sewer. What was that? Yeah, just in time. Wait! I thought that was a shortcut. The hell is that about? Oh, of course! Oh man, I'm not gonna place well with this one. Lois. That's a good one. Alright, how far back did that set me? I actually dropped back to second. I guess there are some charming sound effects in here. Steffi is saying that the sound effects when you get hit are funny. I think I just heard Humba Wumba. And I guess everybody there hit the speed booster except for me. I think I saw Humba Wumba in a fighter jet. I guess it is kind of cool how the different characters have unique planes and everything. Whereas in Diddy Kong Racing, they all flew basically the same plane. And look at that, I got a huge lead again. Ugh. Didn't see that in time. Saw that in time. And this music does not fit in the slightest. This sounds like something that would be a Gobi Desert. Ah, missed it. Ah. There we go. Okay, let's see what's being said here. this map is an FF or for failed attempt? I would say so, yes. Alright, so I gotta win this next race if I want to beat Gruntilda. Gobi's Valley. Is this gonna have the same music as the last track? Okay, this sounds more like the music that should have been the beach level. Ah. Gongala! Wait, is that Mumbo who's been making that sound this whole time? Ah, missed it. I took my item. Get back here, Banjo. Bullseye. Maybe the city is in Dubai. I don't know, Lois. It's getting more of an Egypt vibe here. And the land around it, it kind of looks like Africa. Man, everything about this level does not go together, doesn't it? Alright, beat Gruntilda. Now I gotta take down Humbawamba. Whoa! What the hell kind of magic is that? Ah, she got me. Didn't do a lot of damage there. One thing about those projectiles, it's a little difficult to judge their distance with these graphics. Yeah, a lot of good that does me right now. Ah! Wish you had some kind of aiming reticle. Whether or not you're actually hitting her seems to be completely random. Alright, I got her now. Ha ha ha! Lois is asking if there's a horror video game. Horror racing video game. You know, not to my knowledge, Lois. I'll have to look into that, because that would be fun for Halloween. Steffi's saying Humble Wamba is just casually making space vortexes. Well, according to her, she is greatest shaman in all of game, so... Speaking of greatest shaman in all of game, time for Mumbo Jumbo. Freezing Furnace. Isn't that kind of counterintuitive? I keep forgetting to hit the gas. In order to get that speed boost at the start, you actually need to hit it just as Get Ready goes away. Ah. And taken out by Simon. It's a lot of fun when you can chain the boost together like that. I wish more of the level design was based around that. Ah! What happened there? Nah, there is more to the game, Steffi. It's just that the difficulty selections don't start until after you've completed one difficulty. It'd be like in Mario Kart if, at the start of the game, you only had 50 CCs instead of the option of 50, 100, and 150. So they're just sort of artificially extending the game time here. Oh man, that was a long boost. I really do not like the sounds that Mumbo is making. They are making me really uncomfortable. Ah. Jeez, dude. Bollocks. Wait a minute. This is some music from Diddy Kong Racing. Yeah, you could see Mumbo's hut there in the background, couldn't you? Lois says, I'm making Mumbo happy. I don't know how to respond to that. Ah, you can't fool me. I know that's just Hellfire Pass again. I swear, there's some lazy recycling in this game. Ah. Take that, Grunty. Yeah, several items at once. Yeah! Really, the whole time I'm playing this, I'm just wishing it was on a different console, like the N64 or GameCube. You know, so you could actually make some in-stream tracks, like Hot Top Volcano or Windmill Plains, Frosty Peak, I think it was. Really, it just makes me want to play Diddy Kong Racing in general. And there's a good question. Why hasn't Diddy Kong Racing been added to Nintendo Switch Online? Ah. I think this music might actually be Great Lake from Diddy Kong Racing. Steffi's response to why Diddy Kong Racing has been added to Switch Online is because of some issues with Rare. Well, if they can have Banjo-Kazooie and I think even Banjo-Tooie on there, in addition to, what was it? GoldenEye on there, I'm pretty sure they can work out the rights with Diddy Kong Racing, especially considering that it does star one of their characters. I think I dominated that cup. Oh, so now I'm going after Banjo. Banjo Brawl. Is he dropping washing machines on me? Ha ha ha! I hope Kazooie's in his backpack right now. Steffi's asking, how do you unlock new characters? You really just unlock them by playing the game. Just curious. Oh, this is how you get new players, Steffi. You buy them from Cheeto. See what else they got. Just Humble Wumba for now. Might as well buy this too. So, Trains Are Cool is saying, if he had to guess, as to why Diddy Kong Racing is on Switch Online, it's because the DS remake was so poorly received. Yeah, but people still adore the original version of Diddy Kong Racing, and that's the version they'd be releasing. Not asking for the... what is it? DS remake. Alright. Again, imagine how cool some of these tracks would be if they were actually in 3D with legitimate theming and hazards to steer around. I don't know what it is, but I don't find this music that's fitting of the experience. I don't know why, but it's making me think of the Jimmy Neutron Halloween special, where he's flying through Retroville in the middle of the night on Halloween. After he accidentally turns his friends into real monsters. Because of course Jimmy did that. Okay, the sound of the plane is really getting on my nerves here. Bull crap. Steffi's asking if she thinks there will ever be a DS Virtual Console. Well, Steffi, we've seen the DS Castlevania games ported to Nintendo Switch 2 and other consoles, so... And Nintendo Switch, it's a touchscreen anyway, so... I think it could be done. You're not fooling me again, game. I know this is just that beach level again.
Get ready.
At least there are some trees to steer around in this level. Ow! I hit a tree. Watch out for that bamboo tree. Can't believe I found an excuse to make a George of the Jungle reference. No! Enough with the stupid Simon Says. Out of my way, Mumbo. Ugh. Yeah, not doing well here. Ah, man, I am doing terribly in the rankings right now. It's gonna be really embarrassing if I end up losing this.
Get ready.
Ah! Whoa, what? What on earth happened there? Ah! Darn it, Grundy. Well, at least I'm in third place here. Cauldron Keep. Are you kidding me? This doesn't look like Grunty's lair at all. This is... Oh, it's just this one cup that seems unpolished, Steffi. Ha! Ah! Ah, almost got me that time. Whoa. Get back here, Mumbo. Ah! Ah! Not enough. I don't think it's Grunty's winter home. Well, I came in second. I'll take silver. Wait, I still get to race the champion? Or battle the champion? Bottles bother. You know, Bottles is called the short-sighted mole. I'm pretty sure that he can't fly legally. And since when does Bottles have storm powers? Wait, I was invincible and I'm still taking damage? What kind of crap is that? Come on. Ah! Ha! Got him right before the transmission. Transmission. What am I talking about? Good on you, Bottles. Alright, let's see what Grunty's got before we call it a night. Give Humba Wumba a try. What? Did she speak in rhyme there? I don't think she spoke in rhyme. Why would you give me a hint? You're supposed to be evil. Wonder why Humba gets a jet. Inahana. Doesn't seem all that different from Bottles Cup, really. Alright, we're at the hour, so that's where I'm going to tap out. Okay, so, at the suggestion of Lois, we are going to add Preserve or Trash. I think I'm going to add a third one in there. We'll call it Play, so Play, Preserve, or Trash. So, Banjo-Pilot. I honestly don't know what to say about this one. I guess in regards to technical achievement on the Game Boy Advance, it is pretty impressive. The pre-render models are pretty detailed, and it does give you a decent enough sense of 3D. But at the same time, you kind of get the sense that it's a complete rush job. It was supposed to be something else, but it was hastily changed to another thing. And there isn't a whole lot to the gameplay when you get down to it. This is just something that should have been on a 3D console. Like, it should have been on the GameCube instead of this, or at least the Xbox. But I think I'm going to say Preserve with this one, because while Banjo-Pilot isn't what I would call a great game, it's not really a bad one either, and again, it is impressive for the Game Boy Advance, so I'll say Preserve it. I I wouldn't recommend playing this one unless you're a really big Banjo-Kazooie fan, but, you know, it's content for the YouTube channel. Anyway, that's going to do it for tonight, guys. If you enjoyed tonight's content, please be sure to like and subscribe. I do these videos every Saturday at 8 o'clock. What I do is take the game, play for about an hour, talk about the history, the design, all that stuff, because I enjoy talking about it. And from now on, at the end of every showcase, we're going to decide if it's play, preserve, or trash. So thank you for Lois for coming up with that concept. One thing that we are not going to do is play games from start to finish, because I feel like you lose something if you don't play the games yourself. One of the mission statements of the Game Reserve is to convince people to play the games that I showcase, or at least the ones that I say need to be played. That being said, if there is anything you would like me to cover in this format, please be sure to leave it in the comments. I'll be sure to take a look at it. But apart from that, I hope you all have a good work week, and I'll see you next time.